Real Madrid got a big win over Pachuca in the Intercontinental Cup final. Nice little 3-0 dub to win our second trophy of the season so far. And I can't believe that I'm seeing so many haters getting on live chats, getting on social media, and trying to downplay this tournament as if you don't have to win the Champions League to qualify. Imagine that. All the teams that were in this competition won the equivalent of the Champions League in their region of the world. So if you're watching this video and if you're a hater, cry more. And then after you cry, find shame. And then after you find shame, get in the live chat and let me know, how many trophies has your team won this season? Because I already have 2. And it's 5 more to go. Big dub against Pachuca, guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, right? Get in the comment section and let me know what you guys thought about the match. Because in this video, we're going to be going through 5 things that we learned from this game. This is not a match reaction. We're going to be talking about some specific points. If you guys want to see my full thoughts on the match, you got to go check out the reaction that I dropped after the game. But let's get it. The first thing that I took away from this match was that there was no need for us to line up as strong as we did. Because I would have thought this was the Champions League final, the way that Carlo played our best 11. I think in this match, we could have rotated. No disrespect to Pachuca, but they are ass. They are sitting 16th in the Mexican League. Fair play that they reached this final, right? They won the CONCACAF Nations tournament last season, and then they beat Botafogo and they beat Al Ahly to make the final to play Real Madrid. So I'm not trying to disrespect them, but I don't believe there was any reason for us to line up with that 11, especially when we've seen how many games are on our calendar. You see how many injuries that we've had this season. I think this game was a good chance for us to rotate the squad. I'm not saying to replace everybody in the starting 11, but I think we could have started about 4 or 5 different players to maybe give some of our stars and other players who have been out there a lot this season and who are going to be very crucial for us a rest. For example, I think Lunin should have started this game, right? Thibaut Courtois, best goalkeeper in the world. But Lunin, he signed a new deal, right? So he's going to be at the club for the next few seasons. And when's the last time we saw him play, right? Goalkeepers don't usually get a chance to get subbed on in the middle of matches. So if a goalkeeper isn't starting, then they're not going to play. We have not seen Lunin in over a month, right? Lunin is a very good goalkeeper. We saw last season that he was one of the best goalkeepers in Europe after Courtois went down. So I believe Lunin could have started this match. I'm also looking at striker, Mbappe. Why is he starting? This guy just came back off of injury. He should have been rested. And I know that he bagged the goal, but I wouldn't have played him because I wouldn't have risked him in this kind of game. Why did Endrick not get any minutes or be able to start? Why? If Endrick was still playing for Palmeiras, this is a team that he would have scored against. What about Raul Asencio? Why not put him in at center back so that you can drop Rudiger? Or what about Dani Ceballos? Maybe Valverde could have held bench today, got a little rest. Or even if you want to put on Modric, he could have maybe gave Jude a rest. Arda Güler could have started. Maybe you could have put Rodrigo on the left to get Vinicius a rest. Point is, I think we could have rotated, right? We have a lot of games coming up this season. As I said in the intro, we are still involved with 5 competitions. And these games are going to come very fast, very quickly. And I just think that when we have an opportunity to rest and rotate the squad, we should be doing that. And I know that Carlo in this game, he did make some good subs at good times, right? Like I like the fact that he took off Mbappe and Camavinga in the 60th minute. But I think maybe they just shouldn't have started, right? Why not? Pachuca are a weak team. Let's just be honest, chat. It's a bunch of farmers, NPCs that were in their starting 11. We should have been able to get a dub regardless. So, first thing that I took away, our lineup was very strong. And I think that was a opportunity for us to rest some of our big players, and we didn't do that. The second thing that I learned from this game is that we need to figure out what makes this team click from the moment the whistle is blown to start off the game. Because this was another performance where the first 30 to 35 minutes, we weren't the better team. I don't understand why we start off so sluggish in a majority of our matches. Pachuca came out and they were the better team until Mbappé got that goal. I'll say that Pachuca were outplaying us. And that should never be a statement that ever comes out of my mouth. As I said earlier, Pachuca are sitting 16th currently in the Mexican League, and there's only 18 teams. So that's unacceptable. I think they caught us off guard, right? The way that Pachuca started off the game, they were pressing very high up the pitch. They had a high line. They were aggressive. They were creating chances. I definitely thought that Pachuca were going to sit back and let us dominate the ball and then hope to hit us on the counter. But nah, they came out on fire. And they outplayed us. And we're just lucky that, again, we were going against a team that didn't have the quality to put away some of the chances that they were probably going to create. Because we saw Courtois early days have to make a save. So we got to figure it out, bro. Like, there's a reason why we're called second half FC. And I just don't believe that it's sustainable. Like, I'm very happy with the dub. And I thought after we scored our first goal, we started cooking from then. But why did it take us so long to get into the game? We couldn't string together 3 or 4 passes before a Pachuca midfielder or attacker made us make a mistake. Why is it that they were able to get into our box so easily? They were able to make runs in behind. I'm telling you, if Pachuca were a little bit better, if they had more quality, I do believe they would have scored. I don't believe that they would have won this game, but I definitely think we would not have been able to keep a clean sheet. I think Carlo Ancelotti has to figure it out. I'm trying to think in my head, what games did we start off very good in? I'm thinking it's only like maybe 4 or 5 matches this season. How many have we played? Like 19 or 20? And I could only think about maybe 4 or 5 times that when the whistle was blown, we were on smoke. I don't get it, man. It's almost as if the players start off these games like they forget it's an actual match. It's like they think it's training, or I don't know if we're eating a big breakfast or a big lunch, whatever. But Carlo has to figure that out because you saw how it's hurt us this season. And again, I saw it today. And the reason why it's such a big deal is because Pachuca are nowhere near our level. So if a team like that can look as good as they did against us in the opening half of the game, then what's going to happen when we're going against a better team, right? We already saw how Barcelona, Liverpool, Bilbao, right? These teams that have taken advantage of us starting slow. So the manager literally must figure this out because we're not going to keep getting away with it. But yeah, man, I got to give Pachuca a lot of credit with how they played in the first half. Another 5 things we learned video where I'm about to talk about Raul Asencio. I feel like he's a talking point every single time I'm recording one of these kind of videos because I still do not understand why he's been dropped. Now, the third thing that I'm taking away from this match is that Raul Asencio needs to be in the starting 11. And I'm over complaining about him not being at center back, right? Clearly, Carlo Ancelotti wants Tchouaméni there. Fair enough, right? We know that Tchouaméni can do a good job at that position. So whatever. But I think it is very evident that Raul Asencio needs to be at right back. Lucas Vazquez continues to be a weak link in this team. And as I always say, I don't really blame Vazquez, right? He's never been good enough to be starting week in, week out for Madrid. And we're playing him out of position. So it's not necessarily his fault. Yeah, I hope that he would have learned the right back role by now, but he's struggling out there, right? Everything that Pachuca had positive going forward was coming from the left side of their attack. I told you guys before the game even kicked off, I said whoever Pachuca's left winger is going to have a good game. And he was causing us issues. Raul Asencio needs to start over Lucas Vazquez. And the thing that's so jarring is that we all know Carlo Ancelotti's not going to do it. For some reason, this guy is allergic to giving young players a chance. Raul Asencio is a gem. He has been our best defender this season. Everybody's levels have dropped off from last season. Raul Asencio, after that Eder Militao injury, was a breath of fresh air. I think he saved our season because at the time that Militao got injured, right, Tchouaméni was out. We would have had to play Vallejo. Vallejo is not a good defender. You might as well have me out there. You might as well have you out there. But now that I'm thinking about it, is Lucas Vazquez any better than Vallejo as a defender? I don't think so. Raul Asencio, I think the way for him to get back into this starting 11 is at right back. We've seen his ball progression. We've seen the vision that he has. We've seen his passing ability. I think he could be the answer at right back because the odds of us going out there in the January window and signing one is very slim. And I'm not trying to see Lucas Vazquez start every game for the rest of the season. I can't watch that, chat. I need Carlo Ancelotti to stop being a pussy and to take some damn risk. You don't always have to just go with the experienced players, brother. If Raul Asencio has been showing you that he's able to play at a very high level, he played well against Liverpool, who are arguably the best team in Europe right now on form. What is it about Lucas Vazquez that this guy loves so much? Fucking hell. Go put an academy player. Maybe that's not even Asencio at right back. What happened to Jesus Fortia? Carlo, you got to start doing something different because I'm telling you right now, Lucas Vazquez is a major issue. And I'm so fed up with Vazquez that I want him sold. I don't know what his contract is like, but I don't want him staying here after this season. I think it's time to get rid. Congratulations on being here for so long, right? Big up for all the trophies that you've helped us win because to be fair to Vazquez, right, he has played a role in a lot of silverware that we've won, right? I'm not going to take that away from him. And I actually think that against Pachuca, he wasn't awful, but he wasn't good. He was just mid. And that's the problem because we're going against Pachuca, a mid-Mexican team. And this guy could not cook. Raul Asencio, bro. Carlo, play this kid. He is special. He's from the academy. Show the academy players that there's a pathway to the first team and that if you perform well, you will be rewarded. Because Asencio has played well, but yet he's been dropped. So now, how is that going to motivate any of the academy players to want to even try and come through to the first team? What kind of message does that show? It shows that Carlo is a coward and he has his favorites. And the thing is, every manager has their favorites. But what you need is for them to realize when they make a mistake and to correct it. Put Asencio in the starting 11 at right back, and we will look a lot better defensive. The fourth thing that I'm taking away from this match is that, once again, I am telling Endrick to go on loan. This guy got 0 minutes against Pachuca. We were up 2-0 pretty early in the second half. And I'm thinking, oh, we're definitely going to see Endrick play today, right? Mbappe's dealing with an injury. Vinicius should be getting a rest. And this guy never got brought on. Carlo brought on Ceballos. He brought on Luka Modric. He brought on Arda. He brought on Raul Asencio. But he never brought on Endrick. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Now, obviously, right, we're on the outside looking in. But from what it seems like to me, Carlo don't rate Endrick. He does not rely on this kid. He does not think he's that good. And I don't care about Carlo coming out and saying how good of a player Endrick is and how much he's going to rely on him. Brother, you're not playing him. If this guy could not get some minutes against Pachuca, when the hell can he play? Endrick has barely featured this season. For all the hype that he had coming in to his debut season at Madrid, it's literally just all gone down the toilet. Carlo does not rely on him. Pachuca, again, they are a very mediocre team. I said it earlier when I brought up about us playing such a strong 11. If Endrick was still at Palmeiras, and if they were going against Pachuca, Endrick would have scored a brace. Why does Carlo refuse to play the only natural striker that we have? Because every time I see Endrick come on the pitch, in the limited amount of minutes that he gets, in the Make-A-Wish kid minutes that he's receiving, he looks dangerous. He's pressing, he's running around, he's trying to put himself in good scoring positions, right? Why not play him more? I don't get it. Is Endrick a bad player, chat? Like, I want to know what you guys think. Because for me, he's not going to develop this season underneath this manager. I think he needs to go on loan in January. What's the point of having him here for the next second half of the season when he's not going to be used? Because I think even in an injury crisis with our attack, he still would not start games. I believe Endrick is dead last in the pecking order for attackers. I think it would take a miracle for him to get a consistent run of good game time. And I know that all the reports are saying that Endrick is not going to go on loan. He wants to stay at Real Madrid and prove himself. But brother, I think if you can't prove yourself enough to even get 5 minutes against Pachuca, maybe Carlo just does not want to play you. I would send him to Girona or some shit, right? Girona, they play a good style of football, and they're in La Liga, so it'll give him a chance to adjust to the league a bit more. But this is actually ridiculous. Endrick is the only proper 9 that we have, a natural center forward. Mbappé was coming off of an injury. Vinicius should have never played 90 minutes, so he should have gotten a little rest. Rodrigo got taken off. And Endrick just did not play. I just don't understand it at all. Endrick, you have to go on loan, brother. Because this shit is nuts. It really is. I wonder why Carlo's not playing him, though. If any of you guys have an idea why, definitely put that down below in the comment section. The fifth and final thing that I took away from this Intercontinental Cup final is that Vinicius is about to go nuclear in the second half of the season. Arguably put in a man-of-the-match performance against Pachuca. Another final where Vinicius shows up. Is there a bigger big game player in the world right now? Because Vinicius for club is him. And I think that in this game, he wasn't even at his best. But yet, he still made an impact. Got the assist for Mbappé and scored his penalty while also creating other chances. You guys see the instant impact that Vinny gives Real Madrid. He is irreplaceable. And I do believe that his Ballon d'Or charge for next season is fully on. And what a week it's been for him. This guy's picking up silverware damn near every day so far, right? FIFA hosted the best ceremony, and he won the men's best player. Voted by the media, players, coaches, and the fans. He's the people's champion. He also won player of the tournament for the Intercontinental Cup. This guy is phenomenal. I can't speak highly enough about Vinicius, man. The way that this guy goes out there, and even if he's not on the best form, he's still causing the defense problems. The assist that he got for Mbappé, the way that he was able to round the keeper and then put it on a plate for him. Come on, man. I'm telling you, chap, Vinicius is going to be very crucial to what Real Madrid do in the second half of the season, right? We saw that a few weeks when he was out injured, We didn't look this good. Now he comes back, we're cooking, right? The team is flowing. In the final third, we're very dangerous. Come on now, man. Yo, Vinicius is the best player in the world. I don't want to hear it. This is his team. We will go as far as he takes us because everything in our attack primarily goes through him. And when he's not there, as I just said, you've seen us struggle. Now, we do have players that can step up, but even with Mbappe being there, I don't believe that he makes the same kind of impact that Vinny does. Now, maybe if his form picks up, then fair enough, but we haven't seen it yet. Vinicius is in for a huge second half of the season. As long as this guy will stay fit, we are going to cook people. But guys, I want to know what you are saying for this match. What are some things that you took away from the game? Second trophy won for the season, and we got 5 more to go. Get in the comment section, right? Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss anytime I drop a new video. Big up to your damn selves. Holla Madrid.